Hello and welcome everyone to our podcast channel Mirrored by Mirror. Today we have a very special guest. We can call him the Bhishma Pitama of Indian motorsport. So this lovely guest is Sanjay Takale. Hello sir, welcome to our
Hello,
podcast channel.
Avinash.
Yeah.
And Avinash has been a long time friend to me also.
So I need to know what's the current scenario of Indian motorsport. Not that you have restricted yourself to India itself. You're globally known. You do a lot of rally, a lot of championships across the globe. So could you tell something about the current scenario in Indian
What
motorsport?
scenario you want?
Scenario as in, is it bubbling? Is it doing good?
Okay.
Or is it seen a downfall? Because there used to be a lot of truck racing and innovative races. So all that has stopped. So
Actually, I started from 1987.
right.
And that time we used to race Java, yes, this Bullet. And of course, then the in Suzuki's came and the RX Yamaha came. If you see the bigger picture, right from the 80s and now to 2025, I think the Indian motorsports have always gone forward. Of course, there can be an ups and down, a bit of them. But in the bigger picture, we have come a long way. Our boys are doing well all globally. You see Kush Maini, F2, before them Jehan, Gaurav sir, a lot of people I can name many of them. Of course, I've forgotten many of them, but I can name many of them. But we have always gone forward, and India has done very well on the international circuit. I've seen young kids and young boys coming up. There are a lot of young boys, young catch them young programs like Polo Cup or
Yeah,
kartings
right,
and all.
right.
So I think we have gone forward only. Yes, maybe it has just moved at a snail pace, but it's an expensive sport, and a lot of finances have to be arranged, and a lot of sponsors we have to find. Even the parents are very reluctant sometimes to send their children to motorsports because it's a life-threatening sport, as you know. So that is the one major concern, and then it's expensive also. So yes, it is grown slow, but I'm sure it's gone very slowly and steadily. And I see a very bright future for India in future.
Right. So when you say that it's a risky sport,
Yes.
but all the safety measures are in place. I've attended many of the motorsport events, so the safety measures are really in place. So still, you think it's a risky sport?
Yes, as you so if you Google also the most risky sports on the planet is motorsports. If you compare to other sports, or you can say flying. These are the two most risky things people do: fighter planes or the flying, or the on ground. You can say motorsports, F1 especially, or the WRC and all, or rallying and all. So it is relatively very risky because it's a lot of high speed, unknown terrain sometimes. You are with the machine. So of course there's a lot of chances to have life-threatening injuries or life-threatening incidents also. And as you see history, you see all the big names also. Most of them you see they've got hit.
Right, right. A lot has been talked about your Dakar Rally.
Yes.
So could you tell us about the experience at the Dakar Rally?
Yes, it was a very good experience for me. Nobody has done it in four-wheel. Of course, couple of boys have done in two-wheelers, and it was the first time we tried the lower class, the I would say the vintage car class, you can say, or something of that sort. And the distances are almost same. So it was quite a challenge. In Dakar, the most important thing is to survive.
Yeah.
It's not about you. You have to survive with the car.
Right.
It's a long distance, 8,000, 10,000 kilometers. You start morning every day. Morning you get up at 4, start at 5 o'clock. And then you are driving till the day ends,
Right.
like including the competitive and the transport sections. And if you are lucky, you will be back home by 7, 7:30, if you're lucky. If you're not lucky, then 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock or 12 o'clock also. And then you sleep for 4 hours and again you repeat. So Dakar, basically you drive for 7 days, you have one holiday, and then again you drive for 7 days. So it's a 15 days event, and probably it's the longest and the most toughest rally on the planet. The conditions are very hostile.
Right.
It's desert. In chrono stage or something, so you have to be on your own for 2 days. You have to sleep, pitch up your own tents, and you have to look after yourself. You have to repair your own cars. So there's no help coming there.
Right.
So yes, it is a very tough rally, and I'm very happy. I was able to finish 18th overall out of 96 cars in my class, and it was just going forward. And even I'll be doing Dakar this year, and probably another 2, 3 years also.
Right.
Yeah.
So when you talk about motorsport, so is it just a rich man's sport, or anybody can participate as per the talent?
Me, I was not rich when I started. My father was a normal farmer from Manjri. Nobody gave me money for anything, even not for the bike modification bike. I used to work in the field. My father said, if you want to do it, then you better work, plow field, uh, look after the farms. And I tried to manage to get, I modified my old ESD, which we used to use for milk selling. We used to take the same ESD to deliver milk. And same was my racing bike. So I came from a normal, you can say good family, but nobody, those days nobody gave money for it. So I have to make everything on my own. So I can very safely say, yes, to start with, it can be a bit rich man sports, but nowadays with the booming and with this scholarships coming up and all, if you have the talent, somebody will pick you up. And of course, later you have to find the sponsorship. Later, I drove with Tata, fully sponsored, with Mahindra, fully sponsored, the Himalayan Rally or the Desert Storm. And sometimes you get paid also.
Right.
Not a very big amount, but yes, to cover your cost. Yes.
So, talking about the en route damage to the car. So, what happens in such kind of situation?
Damage, if something happens, you have to repair it on your
Repair
own.
it.
Yeah, because there's nobody, you're not, no service team is allowed to go into the stages,
Right.
because there are fast coming cars coming inside. So you can have the service at the end of the stage when you come out of the stage in the transport section. Then of course there are service teams, designated service spots are there where you can refill, you can change tires, you can change whatever, and you have a limited time also for that.
Right.
So time is the essence, I would say. So if you damage inside the stage, you have to do it on your own, definitely.
So, like you said, you hail from Manjari.
Yes.
So, what inspired you to take up motorsport? Because that was literally a village
Yes.
3 decades back.
Yes.
So, what inspired you to take motorsport?
Okay. Actually, it's a very funny story, I would say. I was watching on the television one day. I still remember I was in 7th standard, probably 80s, 80, 81 or something. And I saw in the world of sports, if I'm not mistaken, the program, I saw a rally, probably a world rally, and all those cars jumping and coming sideways, the Subaru 555s, and I would say the Uvos and all and all. So it really fascinated me as a child, the speed, because that was my first introduction to speed. I saw the speed that time. Initially, I was staying in a farm. I'm just a farm boy, staying in a Manjari and then looking after the farm and going to the school and coming back. But that was my first inspiration. And I said, so from that day, I did everything fast. I used to ride the bicycle fast. We have a bullock cart. So even I tried to drive the bullock cart. And I tried to take the bullock cart sideways also sometimes. My father used to say the bulls can't go sideways. They go in a straight line. So that's how I was introduced to speed, and it really fascinated me. Then I went to a military school in a boarding, and then that fast. So I was always fast in games, athletics. So that speed, the love for the speed came from that one, that triggered, that was the moment it triggered me. And it always fascinated me. Until now, it still continues, as you know.
Yeah.
Yes.
So, when Sanjay Takale is not behind the wheels, what does he do?
I look after my family. I have to put the food on the table. I work. I run 2, 3 companies. We run a airline, small charter service called Hamade Charter. And also I'm a part of the flying car, you can say. It's a transport, eco-transport system we are building by the company called Airpace Industries. It's listed on the Bombay Stock Exchange. And our idea is to build a eco-transport system for the India. Like we are planning to build airpods in every district and connect it with drones, so which will help the whole country economy. And our whole idea is to empower youth. That is the whole idea, because we want equal level feel pan India. That is the vision of our company. Okay. So I'm a part of that company also. Then even the Hamade Chartered, and of course I have my own company called Nandini Corporation. So yes, we're able to financially build up slowly. Yes.
You travel a lot, you participate in a lot of championships.
Yes.
How do you balance work and your passion?
Yes, it is a balance. Life is always about balance. And when I'm not racing, I'm working hard. And when I'm not working hard, I'm definitely racing. And my life has only done these 2 things.
You struck the right balance.
Yes, not right balance. Of course, I've done a lot of wrong things. I've lost balance many times. But that's how life is, like, to be honest. And more on the racing side, I would say. So I've lost a lot of things in business. I can very fairly say you sacrifice with the family also. You don't give time to your family. And they are the one who suffers actually because of your passion and because of what you want to do. So I like to own up, yes, I have some errands to run for the family and business also. But it was always speed for me, motorsports for me. So I always kept it above that in my life. This is going to be till I die, I believe.
So for a driver, his companion, I mean the navigator,
yes,
plays a very, very important role.
Yes.
Where sometimes there are blind spots, sometimes there are like so many things that the there's partial vision or maybe blind vision.
Absolutely no vision
So
sometimes.
that time, what role does a navigator play here?
Actually, to be honest, it's my personal view. I believe navigators are 60% in the car and drivers are 40%. It's my personal view because you listen and drive. We have pace notes and you drive according to the notes. And if you drive fast, you see, you go to the jungle roads. There are a lot of trees coming in your eyes. You hardly see. You hardly see because you're carrying too much speed. So we have a pace note, like we know 40, then there's a left or right, what kind of left, what camber. So usually we keep in mind the next three corners from the navigator's pace note sign. And we drive with the photogenic vision. You can't see. So you have to drive with the photogenic vision. You listen to him and you turn the car. It better be there. Road better be there. The turn. So you do everything before then the road opens actually. So you're entirely on the co-driver's call. People from the motorsports will comprehend better, but just for the layman, there's a turn coming up. You never know what the turn, what's the degree, what's the angle, but we know everything. So straight away we come, we set up the car early, and we keep on pushing through it. And we know what is the climber, what we know, what is the distance, everything we know because it's a short language. He's telling me if you see the videos. So you have to listen and drive. There's no way you can look and drive in the rallying. This has gone to such a level now that you just have to drive, trust your co-drivers and to drive as per him actually. So I think they're very, very important. And that's why I say they're 60% and drivers are 40%. But we take all the credits and I think they should get more credit than us, I think so. It's my honest opinion.
With so much of research happening around artificial intelligence,
Yes.
do you think someday a navigator spot will be taken by AI?
At the moment, I don't think so because I've never seen that kind of technology now because there has to be human touch in the car because we change decisions, it's fraction of decisions, and I don't think it's easy to interact with human because the decisions are made fraction of seconds, I would say. So I don't think so personally, but never know what will come in future.
So, with literally more than 3 decades of on-track experience,
Yes.
have you mentored any
Yes,
young
a
drivers?
lot of people have come to me, and I try to guide them, tell them. Not even in the motorsports, even their careers. Like somebody wants to come, if I ask them to first do your career, first look after your career, then you can go to passion. So if somebody I know who's become a pilot because of me, somebody who got joined in automobile engineering, and those boys are doing pretty well, I think so. Yes, I have, and I still do. I still visit small events. I try to motivate.
Right.
I try to look for the safety on Indian roads. So I try to do those kind of programs also. I also try to make youth understand not to drive fast on the roads. It's very risky. A lot of people are there. So come to motorsports, drive in a very controlled environment where you can wear helmets and you're safe and you can drive much faster actually than roads. So whatever energy you have, you can enjoy coming in safety. So that program also I try to follow a bit, and I try to how do I say promote that. I would say yes,
Do you still get time to ride a two-wheeler?
yes. Yesterday only I rode the two wheeler.
Nice.
There was a palki in Pune, and I did manage to drive African two. And yesterday I was driving the two wheeler whole day. Normally I try to drive ride on Sunday. Once a biker, always a biker. 14 years I did biking, 87 to 2001. So 14 years, all motocross, dirt track, supercross, you name the event, bike rallies. So bike was always my first love. And then I took a break and I did backpacking for 7 years. Not many people know this actually.
Right.
Yeah. So I went around 110 countries. I stayed on the roads. Not many people can do this. But the whole idea was to understand the people, understand the thought process of the people, understand the demography, the changes in demography, what happened within a period of time. So I understood the world conditions and all. And if you understand the people, the demography, then you will understand the history and geography of that place.
Right.
There's no point. I call it tick mark tourism. Like normal people I see, they just travel and they will see the sites and they just come back. And after 1 month, you ask them, they don't know anything. So it's better to see on the YouTube, I would suggest.
Right.
But if you see, you should see the people, I would say. The way they think, the way they look at life, what they want out of their life, how they look forward, how they want to live. If you understand the people of that region, you will understand the history and geography of that region.
Right. Yeah. Right. So, what would be your message to young motorsport enthusiasts?
Yeah, follow your passion, definitely. Definitely follow your passion, but not on the roads. There are a lot of training schools, a lot of rally schools happening, a lot of tracks are there. So go and do your training there properly. Use all the gears, and I would say please follow your passion. Definitely, nothing wrong with that. But with the same thing, you should try to also make your careers, because I honestly feel at the moment, if you're not very very good, you may not able to survive financially for a long time, or you may not get sponsors. So it's better to do your business or your studies or whatever job or whatever you are doing. You do that, and of course, you can do motorsports. So that's equally important to look after your career and your finances, I would say. Then, of course, you can do your passion. And once you become a professional or you're highly paid, then you can think of quitting your job or something of that sort. Then you can turn professional driver. But to start with, is you have to balance a bit, I would say. Yes.
So I would like to end this podcast with a very, very tough question, which I'm sure will make you think
Yes,
for a
I will.
while.
Okay.
Which is your most memorable experience in motorsport?
To be very honest, the whole experience is great. Overall, the whole experience, right from the day one to till now, because life is all about experience, isn't it? So it's just the experience. How could it be great, less, or high? I don't know. It's a very difficult
Which
question
one?
to answer.
Which
But
one is something that's really, really unforgettable for you?
Dakar Rally, I would say, Himalayan Rally, uh,
Red the Himalaya?
or at the Himalaya, right? That was very tough, I would say. Then there was rally I did in Tusubugai. It was some minus 20, 30 temperature, a snow rally. Oh, it was really cold. It was cold. And of course, winning the Asia Pacific Championship Production Cup. It was also one of the first time I did for India. Asia Cross Country was also one of my favorite because you drive through the Cambodia and Vietnam jungles. So of course, every terrain have a different charm in it. But these are a few I remembered, I think so.
Like I said, it will be a tough
Yes, it
question.
is definitely a tough one.
Thank you. Thank you so much for joining us.
Yeah.
And all the best for your future championships and the Dakar Rally as well.
Yes, thank
Thank
you,
you, sir.
Avinash, and thank you, Pune Mirror, to invite me to this lovely studio. And I thank you all the staff and all your technicians and present here. So thank you very much, and see you soon.